Welcome back to Channeling Luxury Beauty with DaniB. This is my week 3 post-op first video of blepharoplasty. So I have been in contact with my surgeon's office to try to get some advice. My left eye, this guy, my stupid human trick comes in handy. The skin is folded over, that's how you suture, but it's not laying flat and it feels very thick. Now, I think I had mentioned before in another video that eyelid skin is very forgiving and it does tend to take around 6 months to settle down. But since the same surgeon used the same technique on my right eye, which is totally flat, I want to be sure that no preventative measures need to be taken, like cortisone injections or something to that effect. So it's up for debate whether you should use silicone gel on the eyelids. Some surgeons recommend it and others say don't. I'm following the general advice that massage and pressure is better, and I've been avoiding silicone other than maybe 3 days I tried it. I might try it again because I don't think it will really do any harm. I just think it may not help. So in general, you're supposed to let the eyelid skin just heal kind of on its own. Sometimes the sutures being left in a little too long can cause some issues. I don't know if that was the case. My surgeon leaves them in 9 days, which is very long for eyelids. Sometimes they'll come out as soon as 4. So 4 or 5. So that, I don't know to what degree that's playing a role, but she's done thousands of these surgeries, obviously, so she knows what she's doing, and I just trusted her. So, and I still do. So I do have an email in to find out about that. And I will certainly keep you updated what I learned. For those of you that may be experiencing the same thing, just remember that each eye is a separate surgical site. They heal different. But I know how anxiety producing it can be, and that's why I'm continuing these videos. Most people stop after the first or second week. I'm continuing, so for those of you who are struggling past week 1 or 2, you don't feel like you're alone, because many of us have anomalies and we're trying to figure them out and sort them out. The other thing is, if you've watched my other videos, that my eyelids are still uneven. So it's gonna look like I'm not looking at you anymore. That's so I can see myself. So I'm just doing an easy selfie video right now. I'm not doing anything elaborate here. I don't know if you see it. I still see this eyelid as being longer, the lid itself kind of drooping down more into the eye than on this side. But I do think it's getting better. I think some of it is swelling. I think some of it is actually the incision on this side being so thick that it's got to release and match this side. So we'll see if my theory is right as it begins to release. I was hoping I wouldn't have pain in the scar by now. This left side is painful. It hurts to apply makeup onto it. But you can see I have basic makeup on. I still have the bruise on my cheek from the injection for the lidocaine for the laser, the CO2 laser under my eyes. That area is getting less tender. It's also a lot less red, so I'm happy about that, and I'm able to wear makeup pretty freely. But what is painful is putting makeup on this eyelid, well, the one with the thick scar. So one thing you may have noticed, and I'll show you something that's working for me. One thing you may have noticed is that your eyelids have this sort of dark reddish color. And the first blepharoplasty I had a few years ago, the same thing happened. The same thing's happening this time. On this eye, it's not so much. In fact, the incision, you can't even see the incision on this eye. Like, you have to really look. It's pretty cool. This one is another story. It looks deep, it's folded, it's thicker, it's raised, it's more red. So I've been trying to find makeup that I could apply easily. It didn't cause pain, because honestly, the brushes cause pain. Would be really light on the eye, light feeling, because my eyelids feel heavy enough. I didn't need anything added to that. But it would sort of mask some of the redness, but it would blend it a little bit more, if that makes any sense. So I didn't want any makeup that I was competing with, right? Because my eyelids are pretty red and I don't want to use primer and add all of that to my healing lids. So what I did is spent some time scouring the Nordstrom makeup department, and I found one product that I'm using on my lids. I don't know what you all think of it, if you think it looks stupid, but this is the best I've sort of found that's a nice, this is not an evening out type makeup. I did go out last night with makeup like this, but it's not my favorite for that, for really dressing up, but I think it does a good job camouflaging the red, making it look like you're wearing makeup instead of redness, and still giving you a little bit of pop of color to kind of bring out color in your eyes. So the product that I have found that camouflages the redness and also brings out some color. I only did a light sweep. I didn't do a lot. So the color that I have found, it's lightweight, doesn't feel bad on the eyes. It's called Lavish Lilac 6. and it's by Clinique, and it's a Chubby Stick Shadow Tint for Eyes. So Clinique's Chubby Stick Shadow Tint for Eyes, color 9, Lavish Lilac. This is the product right here. And this is what I have found conceals the redness, but also makes it look like you're wearing a little bit of makeup and maybe trying, for those of you who are like me, you know, it really is painful to put makeup on this eye still, and it's been 3 weeks, right? So I'm not a big fan of that problem. I don't think that should be happening by this point. So this is helpful, and you know, I am going on a reasonably long trip for 3 weeks in 4 weeks. So I really need my eyes to be in good shape, to be able to wear makeup again, to look good, and to be out of only chubby sticks. So I will continue to keep you posted. I will tell you all what I learned from my surgeon about the thickness and the pain on that scar, that incision, for those of you suffering from the same thing. And whatever you're dealing with, we'll get through it together. Feel free to comment, ask questions. I'm not a medical doctor. I am a PhD. There's a big difference, but I am an expert in research, and I'm happy to help you find resources, even if it's just links to other things, because I know what it's like to go through all this stuff and feel alone. So that's my comment for the day, and I hope that you find this useful. If you do, please subscribe and click notify so you can be notified when I do post new content. I will be posting a video very shortly about Quo. I've been promising it. I wanted some of the bruising to go away, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and start doing this video and tell you all about it, tell you what it is, tell you my experience, and give you my review so far, which will not be what other people probably say. So again, thanks again for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.